Right, so in theory then, we should just be able to this there, and then unload. It should take it in. Ooh, hold on a minute. Come on, trailer, when you're ready. No. So even though I've dumped a load of stuff on the ground, yeah, you do need to turn it on. That would be a good idea. Dear, oh dear. Right, so before we get cracking with the mods, obviously big news today, it's update 1.5. Yep, it should be rolling out all day, that's what they're saying. Anyway, I've got it on my Xbox, so we're good to go. Well, I'm good to go anyway. Hopefully, if you haven't got it downloaded yet, it should come very shortly. Now, obviously, updates fix a few things. So first up, bug fixes and changes. So various technical changes to significantly improve performance, various stability improvements to prevent crashes, various text translation adjustments, various visual adjustments on several models, improved advanced settings do not require a game restart anymore, improved behavior of go-to helper, improved the collision checks against the ground, so less objects falling through, getting stuck in the ground, or bouncing mowers. Yeah, I've had that. Bouncing mowers, missed little bits. That's proper annoying. So improve the generated collisions of cut trees, improve the colour reproduction in HDR mode, improved HDR activation does not require a game restart anymore, improve the quality of AMD FSR3 rendering, improve the quality of the TAA rendering, improve the soft shadows casting from various sources, improve the sugar beet leaves on the ground, improve the UI slider behaviour with controllers, doubled the harvest rate of grapes and olives, reduced planting costs for grapes and olive orchards. That's awesome. Grape and olive orchards, they are well expensive, so I'm glad to see they've come down in price. Now, they've reduced the vehicle paint damage accumulation speed. That's also a good one because, the repainting of your vehicles, that's ridiculous. Ridiculously expensive. You're like in the vehicle like 5 minutes and then it's just like, 20 grand. That's just stupid. I'm glad they've done that. So they've also fixed the multiplayer sync of ground tyre deformation, fixed the placeable extensions losing connection after reloading a save game, fixed the Lely feeding robot to produce enough food for all animals, fixed the Capello Diamant 8 corn header lowering too far, fixed chicken barn small from Rudolph Horman being unable to add custom pasture, fixed the front axle not being limited on a few tractors with front loader is attached, fix the grain elevator museum interactions and collisions, fix the issue with shader cache when it gets corrupted so it crashes while saving some external tools like cloud sync and breaking it, fix the missing collision on husbandries with the Lely vector, fix the momentary hangs when cables on winches are created or removed, fix the obsolete great demand on debris crusher and train selling station, fix the placement areas of the 250 kilowatt BGA, fix the passenger servo T6000P working behaviour, fix the sound beep on Hootan Pantai in spring, fix the wheels on the Bomec machinery not being declared as care wheels, and fix the wild animal behaviour with various obstacles. Now, obviously, there is a few additions. I'm going to say a few, and to be fair, none of them apply to me, because I'm on Xbox Series S. Yeah. So the first new addition is added the performance mode for PS5 and Xbox Series X. So if you're on a budget system like me, yeah, you're not going to be able to get that. So if you've got the more powerful consoles, you're golden. And along with that, we've got enabled water reflections on PS5 platforms, added the shader generation step when loading into a save game without mismatch or shader cache, added small cement factory, and added the foam to the water simulation. So I'm just, I get the performance issue. Yeah, Series S is not as powerful as X and the PS5, so alright, fair enough. Now, modding. Added max height user attribute to splines to limit the vehicles that will use it with the go-to AI. Adjusted colour and material of rear light 30. Fixed loading of mod vehicle types and vehicle type configs. Added command descriptions in console. Improved scrolling behaviour within the console while typing is disabled. Scroll to top home and scroll to bottom end when typing is not enabled. And scroll one page of holding shift while pressing page up or down when typing is not enabled. Now, I don't do modding. I'll take a look at mods, yes, don't make them myself. So none of that means anything to me, but okay, we'll roll on with it anyway. Now, obviously, as with any update, you may experience some sort of stuttering, some sort of frame lag, whatever you want to call it. So just, I'd say, just go into your build mode, have a little bit of a fly around, and that should sort it out, no problem. But update 1.5 is here. So on to the mods for the day. We got the Renovated House. This is by Mr. Grutcher, 26.93 megabyte on the download. And as you can imagine, you're going to find it under farmhouses. 75 grand. And to be fair, this type of house in real life would cost you way more than 75 grand. That looks very nice. Now, obviously, you can't go inside, but you have got a nice set of deck chairs out there. You know, just for chilling in the August sunshine. Why not? You're going to want to come around the back. Because here we are, is your sleep trigger and your wardrobe icon. Although, with that being said, the back or the front? I would say that's the back. The other side looks way more frontage, we'll call it that. So your sleep trigger is by the door, wardrobe trigger is by the boots. And if you come over here, got this little hatch marking area there, and it says you can turn the light on. There we are. It turns, which light does it turn on? I mean, is it an internal light that we can't go inside? I mean, just... I'm not quite sure where the light's going, mind you, but... Alright, there's a light there anyway. That being said, it looks alright house. Obviously, from a decoration point of view, yeah, it's just a sleep trigger. You go for what you like. Right, next up is Old Brick Well. This is by Cookson, 8.51 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find it under containers. That's only going to cost you £1,000. It's nice and little as well. Can we open that door? No options are coming up. Obviously, bring your tanker down the side here, fill up your vehicle. A nice small footprint. I mean, it's no hydrant, don't get me wrong, but for a bit of decoration on your farm, that's all right, that is. Whilst we're on the subject of decorations for your farm, how about something that's going to make you a little bit of cash? Nothing too ridiculous like the government subsidy mod. We've got this, the gas station with daily income. This is by Pazermic 23433, 4.1 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them, but basically above the government subsidy sign. So we've got the bigger one there, 3,800 to buy. That's going to give you £840, euros or dollars a month. And then for the smaller one, 2,800 to buy. That's going to give you 600 a month. A little bit of decoration. Obviously, your gas canisters on the go. I mean, if you was like doing a role play sort of thing, where you got like tents and whatever, yeah, or caravans, yeah, they need obviously cans of gas, cans of gas, canisters of gas. Yeah, go for one of these. Well, next up is Chocolate Cereal Factory. This is by Black Panther Modding, 3.16 megabyte on the download. As you can imagine, you're going to find them under factories. Now, it's going to cost you 150 grand, and it's basically the same as a cereal factory. So you've got your loading in point just there, pallet spawn point just there, and then production chain menu just here. And it's just as loud as a normal cereal factory. So obviously you're going to be making your cereal here. It's going to be chocolate specifically, although you still do need your honey, your raisins, and your strawberries, and your oats and your sugar. I mean, I'll get the oats and the sugar and the chocolate. What's the strawberries and the raisins doing in there as a product? Because you're going to need all of them to make the chocolate anyway. Alright, fair enough. I mean, something a little different. Right, next up is the Multi-Production Factory. This is by So Carmen Games, 1.14 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under factories. So, 75 grand to place down, and it's going to be making a few of the things you may need to, progress your farm a little. So you load in and load out at the front there. Obviously, you've got your spout there. It's going to load up your trailer. You come over here to be your production chain. So you can be making lime, mineral feed, seeds, and solid fertilizer. So your lime is going to be water and stones going in. Your mineral feed is going to need hay, potatoes, silage, and canola. Your seeds is going to need solid fertilizer for some reason, barley and water. And then your solid fertilizer is going to need manure, slurry, digestate, and straw. So if you've got all that stuff hanging around and you're thinking, you know what, the prices at the shop are not that great, well, just bang one of these down, make yourself some extras. Right, next up is Modern Wooden Barn. This is by Modding Association Cutso, 9.57 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under sheds. Now, it's going to cost you 75 grand to place down, and you come up to it like that. You got these two side doors there. You have to open them up individually. So you open up that one and we open up that one. Nice wide opening once both are done. And that's your only, I'm going to say technically your only entrance, because you have got this little side door down here. You could go through that if you wanted to. But obviously, you're not going to be driving any sort of thing between those doors. I mean, you have got lights on. Well, they've said, there we are. Left stick in, turn the shed lights on. Oh, yeah, that's door's fairly big enough. You know, get inside and then spin it around. And once you're inside, plenty of space, no problem. You're not going to be stuck for storage with this one. Right, next up is Old Australian Barn. This is by 2-Bit Modding, 27.12 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under silos. Now, it's going to cost you 20 grand, and it's going to hold 250 pieces. So obviously you chuck your stuff in there, you take them out of that one, and obviously it's an old aesthetic to it. It says Old Australian Barn. To be fair, this could be old anywhere barn. I mean, the barn's a barn at the end of the day. You know, you got your rustiness on the metalwork. You know, you got the distressed look on the wood. Looks like a bit of dirt as well. That looks quite good, actually. And inside, yeah, you're not going to get massive pieces of equipment massively wide anyway. But it's got plenty of space to be storing stuff. Yeah, if you want to go for the old look. That being said, do those doors open? Let's have a little look. There's no option coming up. Apart from the outside, because that has been a thing in the past. No options coming up, so it is just a drive through the other end. That being said, though, that's alright, that is. Right, next up is my attempt at the next mod anyway. This is the Modular Shed. This is by Nailu, 11.26 megabyte on the download, and I have definitely not done this mod any justice with my building skills. So, in the construction menu and under sheds, you've got a raft of different things that you can use. So you've got things like, let's face it, a roof piece. You then got one with walls. You then got one with like double walls, one with like ends on, one with doors on. So basically you can make anything that you like with your sheds. Now, fair enough. Obviously, I tried to place it so the roof lined up. Maybe that wasn't the best direction. Yeah, just saying. I mean, you do have ones with doors on, so they open up no problem. I mean, you can basically make the shed whatever you like. I mean, that one's got doors over here as well. It has. Oh, that's ace. And also, whilst we're in this situation, when you place them down, you do have the option to change the colour. So if you've got the unlimited colour mod on, you could give yourself a massive pink shed if you wanted to. But that's it. I mean, I do like it. I mean, the whole options of, you know, making it your own. You go for whichever, you know, sides, ends, roofs. You really could make. You could just make like a massive long one with doors either end, and you could house anything, or just make something a little bit different. Oh, that's ace. Right, next up is Crop Inputs Co-operative. This is by BC Bueller, 13.35 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them in a construction menu and under tools. Now, what these basically are buy points. Massive buy points. So the first one is going to be this one here, 10 grand. You can be able to get your herbicide and liquid fertilizer from it. You then got the second one, which is going to be your lime and your seeds, and you've obviously got to go through there. And the last one is going to be for your seeds only. Now, some of these, well, this one and the third one is going to have the option to buy in pallet form. So you come up to the shop menu just there. So liquid fertilizer, herbicide, you go for whichever one you want, and then you can go up to 10 pallets all at once. They're going to spawn out the front, and then, can we lift them up? Oh, we can. If you've got the liftable pallets mod on, you can lift the pallets with it. That's ace. Now, if you don't fancy getting pallets, you can come down the side here. You can just buy it straight, and then it go into your tanker, you know, your herbicide and your liquid fertilizer on that one. If you want to do it that way, then we'll come to the next one, which is going to be your lime and your solid fertilizer. So we'll come in there, and obviously this is going to be straight up fill up your vehicle. So you pull underneath there, obviously hit the fill button, left stick in if you're on Xbox like me, fill it up no problem. And then the last one is also one you can get pallets out of. So if you come in here, you can fill up your trailer, no problem, you know, underneath that spout, job's a good one, and then away you go. But if you want to go get some pallets, just come there, click on that, seeds, we'll buy 10 of them, why not? There we are. And there they are. There's your seeds. Fair enough. I mean, don't get me wrong, they are going to take up quite a bit of space, these buildings, mind you, but Something a little different. You know, if you're expanding into a map and you're making a big enterprise, yeah, bang some of these down. And just for reference as well, you can actually customize the outside of the building if you wanted to change the color. So, why not? Right, next up is Garden Plot. This is by DS Power, 15.14 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them, as you can imagine, under greenhouses. Now, it says on the website there is 1 to 4, garden plots, but actually in the menu I've got 6 for some reason, and apart from one having no ground texture and the other one having a gravel texture, they don't seem to be doing a lot of difference. I mean, you do have the two untextured ground. You have one with an input of manure and then one with an input of solid fertilizer. Then same again for the other one, for the gravel texture one. We then got a different version, which is all right, a little bit random, but okay. So you're going to load your water in there, and then you're going to come over here and you're going to have your menu just there. So you're going to be able to do your chili peppers, your garlic, your lettuce, your napa cabbage, your spring onion, strawberries and tomatoes. And obviously, depending on which one you've gone for, you are going to need to put something else in. Now, there's no other icon apart from the water one, so I'm assuming you're going to put all your stuff into there. No problem. Now, obviously, if you don't fancy that one, you have got the pallet spawn point down the side. You could go for this one. A little bit of a different gravel texture to it. Same sort of functions. Same production is going to come out the other side. I like them though. I mean, it's a little different. That little allotment style. I mean, allotments in the UK anyway. Little grow it your own little vegetable patch. Oh, very nice. Right, next up is Silage Additive Tank. This is by Ershabber, 0.76 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under consumables. Now, it's got a 600 litre capacity. It's going to cost you 38 grand. Really? I mean, it's saying there's a base price of 19 grand and then an extra 19 grand. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. I'm obviously doubling up. I get that. You're going to double up the price, might you? But 38 grand. It's like you're paying one lot and then that pricing doesn't make any sense. Because you go from one pallet, which is 38, to then 56, which is... That is, I'm not quite sure that's right. 19 grand for 600 litres of silage additive. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't really use silage additive because I think it's a waste of time in the game, but alright, fair enough. Right, next up is Scythe. This is by Andy Modding, 0.79 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under miscellaneous. Now, this really should be under mowers, but alright, it is what it is. Now, it says it's got a 10 horsepower engine. I didn't realise I was rated at 10 horsepower, but alright, we'll give it that. 3 mile an hour working speed, and it's got a 0.5 metre working width. It's only going to cost you 30. It's nice and cheap, so that's alright. Now, obviously, you can get your scythe, you can pick it up, no problem. And if you are wanting to move it around at any point, you can pick it up. Come on, no, there we are. You can pick it up and obviously move with it. Great, no problem. But to actually get using it, you will need to enter it because it's a vehicle. Alright, fair enough. Now, you do need to start it up, start the engine, which is me. I start myself up. Alright, fair enough. And then need to turn it on to LB and X. Or we need to unfold it first. We need to lower it first and then turn it on. There we are. Now as we go in. Actually, that's quite good. Now, I thought it might have just gone over the grass and, just been static. But, making a bit of movement left and right. Okay, it's cutting a lot quicker than the animation, mind you. But, oh, that's alright, that is. I mean, it's something a little different. I mean, it's doing it. Oh, fair enough. I mean, massive field. This massive field is going to take me forever with this. But, alright, no worries. Next up is the Grimme SL8022 Quantum and TC816 Autoload. This is by Dr. Julia, 5.67 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them under belt systems. Now, the first off is the SL8022. It's got a 3 mile an hour top speed. Yes, you can drive it if you really wanted to. There is a trailer hitch just on the front there if you want to get it anywhere far away. It's going to cost you 38 grand, and you do have the option to change the engine output. Alright, 40 kilometre an hour version. Yes, yes, we will. Dear, oh dear. You then got design, so you got your logo. You then got logo 2, or back to logo. You can change the main colour, and if you've got the unlimited colour mod on, jobs are good un. And obviously rim colour is going to be your rims. Fair enough. Now this one specifically, it's probably my favourite out of the two, because it picks the stuff up off the ground, and we'll see about that in a minute. Now if you didn't fancy that one, you could have this one there, the TC816. Now it does have an option of the 40 kilometer an hour. That's ace. Oh, I do love it. And then you got your design, your logo 2, and then obviously your color options again. Right, so in theory then we should just be able to this there and then unload. It should take it in. Oh, hold on a minute. Come on, trailer, when you're ready. No. So even though I've dumped a load of stuff on the ground, yeah, you do need to turn it on. That would be a good idea. Dear, oh dear. Right, next up is the GVW J4027. This is by Hydraulic, 6.77 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under low loaders. Now, it's going to start off, which is nice and cheap to be fair, 2,799 for a trailer. That is all right indeed. You've got the wheel setups, you've got your standard 2, and then standard. So that's your only options. Now, if you want to use it as some sort of transport to move some vehicles around, you're going to need some ramps. Well, there's no unfold option. So if you do the LB and A, it's actually the back of the pickup truck. What you need to do is LB and RB together and left and right. There's your ramps, but you can move them in a little bit. So like you've got a really wide tractor on the go, you can put them out like that, or something a little bit more narrow. Just move them in like that. Oh, that is ace. Right, next up is the Amazon AW7800. This is by Agua Design Austria, 9.85 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under rollers. Now, this requires 110 horsepower from your tractor, 7.6 meter working width, 11 mile an hour working speed. It's only going to cost you 18 grand. That's not bad at all. You do have the option of design colour, and as we said plenty of times before, if you've got the unlimited colour mod on, it can be anything you like. So if you fancy some pastel pink rollers, yeah, that's it's a little bit different, I suppose. Right, next up is the Claas Quadrant 1200. This is by Camillos 0397, 9.8 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under balers. Now, this requires 120 horsepower from your tractor, 10 mile an hour working speed, and it's going to do you 180 to 240 centimeter square bales. You do have the option of wheel brands. You've got Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Vredestein, and then back to Trelleborg. You do have some wide tire options in there. Wide tire 2, that's all right. Dealer label, yes or no. So puts that on the front. That's as far as I can zoom in. All right, no problem. Fire extinguisher, yes or no. Puts that on the front there as well. Attacher position, high, middle, or low. And then you've got your square bale twine, so you can have it filled up with your Claas Quadrant or empty. Then you've got silage additive tank, yes or no. So it puts that on the top there. Then you've got your main colour, as we said before. Paint it whatever you like with the unlimited colour mod on. You then got your rim colour, which is obviously going to be your rims, and that's your options. I mean, old school, you know, the newer Baileys that come out, you know, more rounded, more sleek. It's definitely more square and boxy design. So if you are going for a retro playthrough, yeah, this should fit in nicely. And the last mod for the day is the Horsch Joker 8RT. This is by Giant Software, 24.62 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under disc harrows. Now, this requires 330 horsepower from your tractor, 8.2 meter working width, 11 mile an hour working speed, and it's going to cost you 82 grand. That's a little bit pricey, mind you, but then again, 82 grand for 8.2 meter. What's that make it? $1,000 a meter? No, 10 grand a meter. That's better. Need to sort my maths out. You do have the option of equipment standard, seeder unit. Puts a 400 litre capacity on the top there. And then your slurry distributor. Oh, hold on a minute. This is getting definitely a bit juicy. And then you got your seeder and slurry distributor. You could do 2 at once. Oh, 2 jobs at once. I mean, it's going to cost you next to 16 grand, mind you. But yes. Oh, that just got a lot better. We've got a few updates as well. We've got the Fruit Greenhouse by MTL Modding Team, the Stone Barn with Workshop by Swifty, and a Christmas Decorative Pack by Fritz.